I'm Rob.
And I'm Matt.
And this is the Acer Windows Mixed Reality versus HP Mixed Reality comparison by
Barefoot Gaming.
So if you're joining us because you don't know what Windows Mixed Reality is, this is the wrong video for you. We have one that's a good one. Check out our Acer Windows Mixed Reality review. It'll kind of give you a better idea.
Yep.
What this is this is a direct comparison between the two. We've been getting some requests, and because we love you, we do this for you.
So much love.
So right off the bat, you can tell visually they look quite different, right? The Acer's got that kind of bright blue versus the HP.
Black. That's what it
Man of many words.
Matt Black.
Thank you.
Matt Black.
Oh, fancy. Oh,
yeah, that's why I chose
we're
this
not
one.
Gonna keep going. So the cameras are set up in the front on both of them.
Right.
The tracking works the same on both. I would say the image quality, we went back and forth on a couple of different games.
Yep.
Did you notice any difference?
No, I didn't see any difference between the image quality.
How about the tracking difference?
They're essentially the same. When the tracking stops on the HP, it stops on the Acer. They're basically identical.
Yeah, which is funny because we were comparing directly, and the material that the piece that sits on the back of your head is made of, even has the same thatching.
Yeah.
Like it has the same squish, it has the same...
Well, yeah, the backing and the part that goes like around your face area too, it's the exact same fabric.
It is. The foam is, or very, very similar anyway. However, they are not the same. They have a bunch of things that are quite different.
Right.
And you want to touch on the first one?
Right, so, I mean, there's multiple different ones, but for the first thing, this one doesn't rest on top of the forehead like the Acer does. It pushes right up against the forehead. So as soon as you put it on, you'll ratchet it tight, and you'll feel the pressure right here and right on the back of your head.
So, absolutely. This thing, the Acer sits more on your forehead. That works more like a headband.
Right.
Now, both the ratchets are in the back. The HP, you just crank, you turn like a knob.
Yeah.
And the Acer is more like a wheel. Again, the concept's exactly the same. It just squeezes your head.
Yep.
However, again, the HP really squeezes up against kind of more of the forehead.
I noticed after longer periods of game time, you'd more so feel it, and you might actually, if you're prone to headaches, you might actually get them more often with the HP rather than the Acer.
I would agree that there's more of a constant pressure. The Acer is definitely more comfortable in the way it sits. And I know like the PSVR, for example, their biggest claim to fame with comfort was the fact that it takes a lot of the pressure off of your cheekbones, takes it off your nose, your forehead, bears most of the weight, and that's where Acer kind of went. We should also talk the placement of the headphone jack.
Right.
That is not a little thing with this. That's kind of a big deal. Now on the Acer, you can see that it kind of runs along the side, out the back, as does the cable. So it sits behind your shoulder by default. Now, when you're wearing headphones that are going to have a cable running as well, they will be sitting at your back.
Yep.
Matthew.
Whereas the HP here has it right underneath the, I guess, display. So you essentially have to plug it in and then have a cable running all the way down your face. And if you're moving around, you can sometimes feel it. You'll feel it definitely against your chest, but you'll want to like throw it over your shoulder and then have it wrap around your neck, plugging into the headset.
And if you just let it dangle, you're going to catch it with your arm.
Yeah.
So I really don't understand why they did that. That was a really bad design choice, in my opinion. Next up, the Acer has a continuous length cable that runs off of it.
Right.
Which you could see as a negative because it's not, I mean, you've got a cable running off of this all the time, and the HP does not.
Right, the HP actually has an adapter here that you plug into it. The one downside about this is all of your weight is actually right here. So it dangles a lot harder and you can feel this weight constantly when you're moving around. Where with the Acer, you don't have that extra weight, so you don't feel it constantly hitting against your side.
Yeah, like that's an actual clip mechanism that holds it into place. And it does a good job of locking. To my knowledge, we've never had, and from what I've heard, people don't have an issue with that unclipping.
Right, yeah, you have the tongs that normally go in on standard stuff, and then you also have on the inside here 2 more that kind of clip it in place.
Yeah, so it's not an issue of it disconnecting and hanging. It's an issue of where it hangs. It sits quite close to the front. In comparison, this just runs along the back.
Right.
I don't really know how to compare it better, but when I was using the HP, it felt like it was sitting up against my face. And if I put it to my neck, it felt like it was dragging on my
Yeah,
side.
it's constantly whipping around here, so I could feel like it was either wanting to go under my arm or over my arm. It was constantly putting that, basically, it wanted to be right here.
Yeah, the field of view, again, the same on both.
Essentially identical, yeah.
The quality of the sweet spot, everything felt the same between the two.
Right.
Except for the actual ergonomics on how it fits on your head. So, for us, I would have to say the Acer is infinitely more comfortable. I know the blue, maybe, I like blue. It's the shade of blue that feels cheap to me.
We discussed this on our other video yet too, right?
It's true. And whereas the HP, I actually think looks maybe a little bit more, like
it looks a little bit higher quality, but it's definitely made less comfortable than the Acer.
But the Acer looks more fun.
Yeah.
Right? It's more fun. And it's across the board, I would say the Acer, more comfortable for me. The HP is the least comfortable mixed reality set I have tried.
Right. And just to mention, they both do actually clip up like this.
Absolutely.
So as you can see in the beginning on his, it clips up. This one does the exact same. So
yeah, and the sensor placement so that when it drops down, that it drops you into
it automatically opens up Windows Mixed Reality, so you don't have to go onto your desktop and open it up. As soon as you put the visor on, it notices you, it'll open it for you.
And we didn't mention the price. Right. The price of the Acer is, again, it depends if you're looking from the site or if you're looking for Amazon or your best price. We saw the best price on the Acer was sitting at $240 US.
Right.
The HP was going...
No, it was... The Acer was more expensive.
That's what I said, Acer $240.
Yeah, but then you can just...
And the HP was how much?
$230.
This is not hard math. I'm gonna watch this later.
Okay, before he definitely told me the camera may have not been recording.
It was recording.
HP with $240.
The Acer is $240. The HP is $230. Listed on Amazon right now. Price is taken care of. The only other thing we have to talk about is the difference in controllers.
Right.
And the difference in controllers is...
One says HP, the other one says Acer.
They are exactly the same. I'm assuming these were manufactured by a set from Microsoft.
Yeah.
They are 100% identical. Like Matthew said, aside from the logo on there, they're the same controller.
Yeah, and I mean, even tracking wise, anything like that, we looked to see if there were differences. Nothing that we could notice there.
No, so the angles of the cameras have to be the same because they pick them up the same. That's it. That's our differences between the Acer and the HP.
All right.
I think we're done. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. We love hearing from you. We'll talk to you again real soon. See ya.
See ya.